All right, seniors, welcome to Vocab Lesson 20. Thanks for tuning in. The penultimate vocabulary lesson of your high school existence. Here we go. Echelon, noun. The echelons of the military help to quickly determine who is in charge. If at any point you want to pause and take a guess based on context and then restart to check your knowledge, that would be great. Okay, don't know if you paused or not, but here we go. Level of authority, responsibility, or rank. Many of you probably knew that already. Next one, waive. Having a police officer waive a speeding ticket is a gift to you in your checkbook. That's a pretty clear example. Also, you have the antonym of impose. Pause if you'd like to take a guess. And to check yourself, here we go. Yes, to relinquish something voluntarily or to refrain from enforcing, which is what he's doing here. So waiving fees, not making you pay, all good times. All right, serendipity, it's a noun. Take a look at it. Discovering buried treasure or the love of your life qualify as moments of serendipity in one's life. Great movie with John Cusack over there. Again, pause the video if you'd like to consider the definition yourself based on the context. And we're back. Hopefully you guessed that it was something like luck. If you've seen the movie Serendipity, then you kind of already get the concept. So luck in making fortunate or accidental discoveries. Next one, nondescript. Pretty easy word here if you know how to read. Most hotel rooms are supplied with nondescript sheets. Notice the antonym of unique. Notice the picture of the sheets. Think it through. Pause the video if you'd like. Take your guess. Okay, and if you've hit play again, hopefully you're thinking, yeah, nondescript means it's nothing special. Lacking individual or distinct characteristics. Not unique. Okay, next one. Punitive. Staying after school is a punitive measure to correct poor student behavior. We call it detention. In the old school days, they used to make you write on the board. Pause the video if you would like to consider your definition first. Okay, and we're back. Hopefully you were thinking, yes, punitive must mean something to do with punishing, and you would be right, pertaining to punishment. Next one, discerning. It takes a discerning eye to find the lollipop that is different from the others. Take a good close look. All right, pause the video if you'd like to consider your definition. And we're back. If you have a discerning eye, then hopefully you notice the one that is different. And no, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Hopefully you had keen perception. Next one, idyllic. A quiet lake at sunrise is an idyllic setting for relaxation and reflection. I think the picture kind of says it all, but again, you may pause the video if you'd like to consider your answer first. And we're back. Hopefully you thought, well, it's a nice looking place. Very serene, very peaceful, simple, and carefree. Very similar to Halcyon from last year, I would say. Next one, acme. Winning a Super Bowl is the acme of an NFL player's career. Pause the video if you'd like to think of your answer. And coming back, yes, it's the highest point, just like the little graph up above shows. Next one, soluble. Most of you who are science fans will understand this one already. Alka-Seltzer's soluble properties make it fast and easy to use. Again, that's because it is easily dissolved. Okay, not too tough there. Malinger. Jamie's fear of her spelling test caused her to malinger when her mother tried to wake her up for school. I'm sure none of you have ever done this before. Again, pause the video if you'd like to think of your answer first. Okay, and hopefully you are guessing that she is, yep, faking it. To malinger is to feign illness. Of course, the mal in malinger relates to the illness, as in malo or malfunction or malnourish. We've seen that prefix many times. Next one, cerebral. Cerebral function is essential for performing in school. Notice your antonym is instinctive. So this means cerebral on a couple of levels. Again, pause the video if you'd like to think it through first. And we're back. Favoring intelligence over emotions or instincts. Of course, if you have paid attention in basic science class, you know that the cerebrum is one of the major parts of the brain. And the cerebellum, another part of the brain, medulla oblongata. You guys know that song, Medulla Oblongata. I think it's from Lion King or something like that. Anyway, intelligence over emotions or instinct. Very good. Hypocrisy. Well, if you know what a hypocrite is, you've got this word figured out. For example, in the illustration there, 1 minute late equals marked as absent, but yet she is always late. So our teacher's hypocrisy surfaces when she is often late to class, marks the student's tardy. Antonym is earnestness, so hypocrisy is, of course, professing beliefs, feelings, or values that one does not have or practice. So if you're going to be hypocritical, then you don't mean it. If you're going to be in earnest, then you do mean it. Conundrum, probably a familiar word to you. Being between a rock and a hard place is an idiomatic expression for conundrum. I have no idea why I've highlighted idiomatic and not conundrum. But anyway, the word is conundrum. A difficult problem, to be sure. Next one, deleterious. The BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico in 2010 was deleterious to wildlife along the coast. Antonym is benign, which is a former vocab word meaning favorable or beneficial. Of course, this is neither one of those. It's very harmful, very injurious. Notice that deleterious contains the word delete, which means to destroy or remove or get rid of. Next one, relegate. You've heard of delegate? This is relegate. Once an 80s pop icon, Boy George, was recently relegated to garbage duty for his community service in New York City after being caught in possession of cocaine. Alrighty, so yeah, relegate is not moving up the social ladder, it's going down. So to be placed in an unfavorable place or position. Relegate. Alright, I don't know if it's May 4th when you're watching this or not, but if it is, may the 4th be with you. And here are our review words from the past: extant, utilitarian, squelch, alimentary, and trite. Thanks for tuning in. Study up, Buttercup. Win everything.